RCR682K2. This is take 2 of the secured chest video. I had my buddy Forge MPH come in and take a look and test it for security, and it did not pass security. And so we had to make a couple of changes, add a couple of blocks, and thicken our walls a little bit so that the security breaches that he found are not going to affect us in the new version. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the secured chest model that we're going to be using. We're calling it Vault. And actually here in Dude's World, we have a building, and we're calling the building Vault. And our players are going to be able to get a vault and have secured storage. We do get new users and new players coming in, and we get some tourists coming in, and we just want everyone to be able to have safe storage. So what we're going to do here is I just want you to take a look at this. This turned out to be a 8x8x10. One of the things that we found in the first version that we did was that these bedrock walls have to be too thick on every side. Now, once you get too thick on every side, what's going to happen is you are going to be eliminating one of the security risks that we have. Now, the other security risk that we found was a little bit different in that we need to move players to a different game mode while they are inside the vault building. And therefore, they will not have the opportunity to clip in with a cheat and break the chest from within. So that being said, basically this is your hole. You need to have a 4x5 space. There's got to be 2 layers of bedrock underneath and 2 layers of bedrock above and 2 layers of bedrock on either side. This particular vault, now you can make it whatever size you want. This particular vault is going to have 6 storage chests that you can use. Right now, what I'm going to do is I've already got my coordinates of where these chests are. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put bedrock over each of these, okay, like so. Now, what this achieves is those chests are down inside this bedrock right now, and there's no way that any player, even with clipping, is going to be able to get in and get to those chests. If they do clip in with an X-ray cheat or a clipping cheat, such as Toolbox or X-ray, both available from Google Play as a free download, you will be able to get in and break the chest and get what you want. And we're going to show you how we beat that in just a second. But first, I'm going to build the machine so that you guys can see how it works. Okay. This is not going to be a tutorial about command blocks, okay? I just want to say that up front. I'm not going to teach you guys how to use command blocks, but I am going to show you how to use command blocks in this application for this video, okay? So let's build the machine, and the first thing that we have to do is we're going to place 3 command blocks, inverted style, and they are directional. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to place one right there, okay? That's going to be 1. We're going to place 1 right here in the corner and 1 right here in the corner. Okay, guys? I'm going to put a piece of bedrock right here. Okay? I'm going to show you guys how to make this. We have our command blocks down. Let me just tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need command blocks. And the way to get command blocks is like this. From the command line, you're going to type give. Then you're going to type your gamer tag and the word command underscore block. Now, here's the thing you got to understand, guys. In order to build this machine, you will need to be in creative mode. Now, once we have our command blocks down, I will show you how to program those in a minute. But for now, what I want you to do is I want you to come down here, and you are going to place a redstone torch on the side of this block. Right there. Alright, and a little bit of redstone dust activating the first command block. The other side is a little bit different. We're going to put a repeater right here. It's very important that when you put the repeater, you're facing this direction away from this block like so. Okay, And then we're going to connect it to the other command block with redstone dust. Okay, guys, now we're going to come over here, and what we're going to put here is we're going to put a comparator. Make sure that you're facing this direction, like so, away from your chest when you place that down. All right, now let you take a look at this machine. This is it. This is as complicated as it gets, guys. Okay, one thing that I normally do when I build these vaults is I do fill in all of the other space with Bedrock. I'm not going to do that in this video, but you can do that if and when you build this vault. You can fill in the extra space. One of the reasons for that is to just make the clipping cheat a little bit harder to use. However, we are going to put a safety feature in here that is going to make it extremely difficult for anybody to break any blocks unless they have admin or op status at the time that they do it. So, for now, let me program these blocks, and then we're going to show you how the machine works. Okay, I've already got my coordinates written down. If you don't know how to get your coordinates, and I have feedback off right now, but I'm going to show you the command anyway. So if you want to get your current coordinates of wherever you are standing, you type TP, one of these symbols, one of these symbols, and one of these symbols. You press next, and that will give you your current coordinates. I have feedback turned off because here in Dude's World, we have a lot of test 4 blocks that do all kinds of neat stuff, and we don't want that feedback going back to the player and making a mess on their screen. So we turn feedback off. All right. Speaking of the test 4 command, what we're going to do here, the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in here into this command block, the one that's directly under the chest, and we are going to create a command, and that command is going to be test 4, spelt just like that, the @ symbol, the letter E. You're going to place a bracket in the next spot, but here's a tip I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to go ahead and put a bracket down, and look what it did. It put a space first. So you kind of have to do a space and then a backspace. Put that bracket down. It's got to be right next to the E. Okay? Very, very important. All right. Now, we're going to put name. I'm going to make this chest, this security vault, I'm going to make it for me. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put name equals, I'm going to put my gamer tag. Notice how it put a space after my gamer tag. Okay, look, guys. You cannot have spaces in this command except after the test 4 command itself. So we're going to backspace here. We're going to put a comma. We're going to put an R for radius. Okay, we're going to test for this player within a certain radius. And the radius that I found that works pretty good for this is 4. Okay, so we're going to say R equals, okay, 4. And then we're going to do an end bracket. Now, that is it for this command. Now we're going to come over here to block type, and we're going to change it to repeat, unconditional, and always active. Okay, guys? Now, if you look down here in the previous output window, you'll see that it's blank. All right? Now, it's going to verify that we have the command in there, and the block turns purple. Now, when that block turns purple, you know that you have it right. Now, watch this, guys. I want to show you something. We're going to look down at the machine, okay? I want you to notice something. Look at that redstone. See how it just turned over to the other command block, okay? That's because I'm within 4 blocks. I'm going to go up, and then it hits the command block on the right. I'm going to go down. It hits the command block on the left, okay? This is what we did, guys. We created an on-off switch. When I'm out of range, it's off. When I'm in range, it's on, okay? So now that we have our condition set and our on-off, we know what's going on. The one that's always on is the one that is going to place this very bedrock in its spot. We're going to use the fill command. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so let's go in here. What we're going to do, and I'm going to show you my coordinates. I already showed you how to get your coordinates, and what you're going to do is you're going to put fill 277. This is my coordinates, guys. Okay, this is not your coordinates. So if you type these numbers in, this is not going to work for you. You need to get your own coordinates. You can't have mine. 66. And negative 35, And then we are going to put 276, 66, and negative 30. Now, what am I going to fill it with? Well, let me tell you guys, when you make these things, you're going to want to use Bedrock. All right? Now, there is a way. Oops, I misspelled that, so all I have to do is click that. Okay, good to go. Now, the one thing to notice about this, guys, is this. It's very, very important. If you're going to use these commands the way that I am typing them in, you have got to use Bedrock. It is the only substance, it's the only block that's not going to be breakable. Now, if we were going to do cloning, and we are going to clone the blocks in, it would be a different story, and I can do that on a different tutorial, and then you can use any block you want. It still won't be able to be broken without being instantly replaced. Now, in case of lag, we like to use this method because lag will cause a possible security breach if you're using a different type of block. That if you are cloning and the player breaks that block, he might be able to get into your chest before the clone takes place. Now, that's if your server's under a super lag. So for this tutorial, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and do Bedrock. Okay, excelente. It is now nighttime. Okay, before I get too sleepy, which I normally do at nighttime, I am going to make it daytime. Let's see. Let the light shine. Okay, there we go. Oh my. Okay. All right, somebody is obviously horsing around. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the other block. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the same command. Fill 277. Don't try to take my coordinates, okay? It will not work for you. Use your own. 66, negative 35, not E5, 35. 276. I am telling it what area to fill. 66, negative 30. Yes, YouTube videos are much more popular in an English accent. Okay, now what we're going to do here, guys, is we are going to put air as the block that we're going to fill. Now, the last two blocks are impulse blocks, and they need redstone. Remember, guys, we showed you the machine. On, off, okay? So these two blocks stay the same. You don't need to change anything over on that side. All right, now let me show you something. If this works properly and we have everything going right, what's going to happen is watch that bedrock. When I get within range, it is going to disappear, and you are going to see your chests. Okay? So this is not quite as powerful as I do wish that it would be. And so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to come back into the original command block, and I'm going to change the radius to 5, okay? It all depends on how many chests you use and so on and so forth. For this application, we're going to go ahead and change that to 5, okay? And basically what that's going to do is that's going to make it to where we really don't have to be that far away at all. Okay, I like to be close. All right, so first thing I'm going to do right here. Now, in closing, I am going to place this other command block inside of this machine. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shore this up and close it up here just for a second so that I can show you this. Okay? All right. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to walk right up to my chest. And when I do, it's not going to open. And I don't know why. Okay, there it goes. All right, a little bit of lag. All right, so when I walk up to my chest, what you're going to see is it's going to open up very magically, and I'm going to be getting into my chest. Now look, as soon as I walk away, it is going to cover back up. Now, let me show you something, guys. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of different types of locks, and there's a lot of different type of secured chest ideas. None of them are going to be this secure. You can break chests even if you key it with a certain password and all that stuff. All the other user's going to have to do is break your chest, okay? You can hide it, you can do anything else. With this method right here, the thing that I really love about it is you will literally just have to walk into the room, okay? If you walk into the room, your chests are going to show up. The player is literally not going to have to do anything except walk into their chest room. And I think that that is totally awesome, guys, okay? So that being said, I am going to show you, one other trick. Yeah, okay, so go ahead, Forge. Forge is he's riding his horse on top of it. There's nothing he can do. He can't open this no matter what. Okay, well, maybe there's something he can do. But he will not be able to open these unless I am in the room. And thank you to Forge for all of his security tips. Now, one thing we're going to do here is we are going to go back in for just a moment, and I am going to place another command block, and I'm going to show you what that command block is going to do here in just a second, okay? All right, good. So let me just get my bedrock, and I'm going to put this down. I'm going to go down into this machine for just a moment here, okay? And we're going to place another command block, and I'm going to put it right here, and it's going to be next to the other command block. Okay, now what this command block is going to do is we are going to change the mode of any user that's nearby. Okay, we're going to change the mode of that player into adventure mode. Okay, and what that's going to do is they are not going to be able to break blocks. And the problem that solves is this: if they were able to clip in through this wall using a cheat and come in here and just put a redstone torch down, they could break this machine to a point where they can get into the chest, and then it's not going to matter. Lots of people we find do use those cheats. Okay, so what we're going to do is here we're going to come into this command. Okay, we're going to say repeat. We're going to say always active. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say game mode. And we are going to say 2 for adventure. Okay, no we're not. We're not going to do that. We're going to say 2 for adventure. And then we're going to say at E for all entities. We're going to put a bracket after this. And we are going to put the radius. We're going to put a radius equals. And I'm going to put a radius of 8 on this. Let's do 7 just to be on the safe side. It's got to be exclamation point 7. Okay, excelente. Then we're going to put an in bracket. There is your command, and there is your options. Repeat, unconditional, always active, game mode 2 at any player that is within 7 blocks. Okay, now that's outside of the range of detection for that is outside of the range of, oh, you know what, guys? This command is wrong. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to backspace out of this for a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to put you're going to put coordinates in with a radius so that if they're within a certain coordinate of this, that is going to be what is required. Okay, so we're going to say at E. I'm going to say 276. I'm going to kind of find a space somewhere between my command blocks. Okay, so I'm going to say 276. We're going to put a comma 66. We're going to put a comma negative 33. And then we are going to put a comma, and I'm going to put 6 blocks. Okay. Comma 6. Yes. And then we're going to put an in bracket. Now, what this is going to achieve, and once I go out of here, I will probably be in, look at that, guys, okay? I am already within the range of that block, okay? And basically, look, I am not going to be able to break anything in here, okay? You see how that works? Look, guys, it's very simple. I cannot place blocks. As a matter of fact, I can't even get out of this machine. Okay, that is how this machine works. That is how you're going to stop people from breaking it. That is how you are going to secure your chests. So listen up, guys. There is a way to secure chests. There's lots of different methods out there. This is the one that works. This is the one that you need to use. Okay? I really appreciate you guys watching. This is RCR682K2 and Forge MPH on security. Bye-bye.